your oppressors, congratulations. It doesn't happen very much. We are North Korean, ethnically. We came from North Korea. Is anybody else North Korean in here? I have a smooth way of asking that. Sometimes I just say, is there any friend of Dennis Rodman's? We just followed that old immigrant story, basically. My Nana, her parents lived in North Korea and then left when it was invaded by the Japanese, and then they moved to Hawaii, which was, you know, bombed by the Japanese, and then they came to Oregon where they were mistaken for Japanese. So that was cool. It's sad that people mix them up, but it happens, and that's why I've got to tell their story. I don't know. I'm not usually talking about yeah. Racial humor in the 21st century. It's tough, man. Talk to you guys about body image. No, I'll talk to you about Los Angeles. It's all the same thing, girl. You know where I'm going. I just got back from Los Angeles. I like Los Angeles. I'm not gonna be one of those assholes who say, like, LA's dead city. I like Los Angeles. And you guys, something about coming back from Los Angeles, I just feel so centered. I just feel like so grounded. Just like so balanced. And just like so present. Just like so in my body. And just like so authentic, you know? Just like stretching, just like drinking a lot of water and just like breathing, you know? Like breathing like light into my body and like breathing light just like into the ground, just like standing on the lit up ground, you guys. Just like being so luminous, just like radiating, just like shimmering, just like being so open, you know, just like being so looking forward, just like being really present, being really open, having really good boundaries, and just like just like portentous, you know, just like being so productive, just being like so full of potential, and just like looking forward, and just like being so real. So full. You guys really nourish me right now. I'm feeling so nourished. I'm just like feeling so full, but not with food. They don't eat. There it is. They don't eat. People in Los Angeles don't really eat. But there are fat people in Los Angeles, and they are gorgeous. It's something about living there. So much pressure to live there. It's like being in a rock polisher. They're just like in there, just rolling around. Oh, so much pressure. And then when they come out, they're still big, but they're shiny and beautiful. I was staying in a house full of vegan waitresses, just full of them. You can't throw a rock in Los Angeles without hitting a house full of vegan waitresses, and they fall right over when you hit them with those rocks because they're frail and work hard. But these ladies, they didn't get, you know, like I had to explain to them what it was like to have thighs that rub together. They had no idea. They had no idea. We were coming home from a club where like, we were dancing, and I was like, oh, my feet hurt, my thighs hurt. And she's like, why are your thighs hurt? Why are thighs hurt? And she wasn't drunk. It's just Los Angelinos have evolved beyond consonants. Why are thighs hurt? Oh, my thighs hurt because they rub together all night and just like an unending renewable resource of just like friction and pain and heat. She's like, why is that hot? Well, because they rub together like tectonic plates, just all of the pain and the anger and the aggression, just like a hot, wet, raw jungle of pain. She's like, why is it wet? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea why it's wet. It's just like the conditions. You gotta love your body. Yeah, I'm one of those comics. So that'll be my like through line. Like I'm one of those people. I just don't think that anybody should feel shame about their bodies because of their size or the way their body looks. Just the smell and what is excreted from it, bad. But everything else, yay. When I was with these ladies though, like, you know, you think about your thighs and I don't know, like, because the thing, do I look lost? I was looking for something. I was looking for a stool. I'll do it up here. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's just like, you can't listen to the haters, right? You can't listen to the magazines and the body image people. You can't listen to your lovers either, though, because they'll tell you whatever you want to hear. I was fucking this dude, and I don't mean to be crass. I know this was probably a really wholesome show, but I was banging this dude, and he was a dude. He wasn't like the lord of a manor. He had a futon, so he's definitely just a dude. We were getting into it, and he's like rubbing my thighs, right? Just like rubbing my thighs, like hot, kneading like hot bread dough. Yeah. It's not a good metaphor because hot bread dough is just, bread. So it doesn't make any sense. But he was getting into it, And he was like, Bri Pruett, your thighs are perfect. And I was like, oh my God, because as a woman you spend so much time like hating certain parts of your body that really freed up my schedule for skinny people activities like science or kickball or pub trivia. But you can't. You gotta evaluate it on your own. So I like to just get with my thighs in person. Get rid of it. You should have paid double. It was a free show. But I like to get with my thighs and just evaluate. So in front of all these people's thighs, I want to tell you that you're doing a great job of connecting my knees to my torso. 1 point. I award you 1 point. And thighs, you are crushing it, having less hair on you than the bottom part of my leg. Ladies, no? Yeah. Saves us a lot of time. Really appreciate that. And thigh, hang on thigh, hold the phone thigh. I just realized you rub together and ruin all of my pants. It's one demerit. I take that point away. Side note, we can't reinforce that part of the pants for chub rub. We gotta just keep throwing pants away. I'm just unearthed a pants conspiracy that no one wants to talk about. Okay, back to this. Guys, I just realized something. Guys, when I stand like this normal, you protected my vagina from intruders. 10 points. Guys, win, ladies and gentlemen. Thigh gap stuff is just a security breach as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Simply a liability. You gotta fortify the castle walls to protect the princess. That's right. My pussy is royalty.
I want that on a t-shirt.
This is sort of, that was another. My pussy is royalty. I don't want to be the person the fire goes out on. I feel like it's sort of my... Yes! Oh, I feel so alive! Okay, follow this thread. Let's follow this thread. Clap your hands or make some noise if you've heard the expression BBW before. Has anyone heard that expression? Okay, just a couple of people who've had sex with people on the internet. Good for you. BBW is an expression. It stands for Big Beautiful Woman. It's something we came up with because we were having a real branding problem. We got in the lab, came up with BBW. I think it's an okay acronym. I prefer to identify as a plus size hottie. And that would be a fun acronym because that would be PSH, right? Psh, right? But BBW is what we went with. And I bring this up because there was a Drake lyric. Do you guys know Drake? He's a hip-hop artist. He's a little Jewish hip-hop nugget. And it just fits in your pocket and just whispers emotional verses. And he had a lyric that had the phrase BBW in it and came under a lot of fire. People got really pissed off. These big girls, bloggers got really pissed off. And I'll do the lyric. This is Drake, okay? He goes, I like my girls BBW. Type that gonna suck you dry and then go get some lunch with you. I know. He's a treasure. It's amazing. The bloggers got all bent out of shape. These plus-size bloggers got all bent out of shape because Drake implied that big girls eat lunch. They were uncomfortable. This is crazy to me. Because a good chunk of dating, if you're early on, is like sex and like lunch. Like that's like that's it. That's all there is for humans to do. Like I don't know what dates these like plus-size bloggers. They're going to the art museum, the rock gym. The rest of us are having sex and sandwiches and loving it. If we're lucky. And I'll just bring up one other thing. I know this is a sensitive issue, but like if you're giving someone head and you aren't hungry afterward, you're doing something wrong. Because you should work up. You guys are shy. It's that Dixon and amuse-bouche is what I'm trying to say. Like you should get on board. I just like that Drake is identifying as someone who's into bigger women, because a lot of dudes don't. A lot of dudes are sneaky about it. They wanna, don't wanna. It's sad really, because they want to do this like masculinity performance to their bros. They don't want to admit what they really like. That's fine with me. Your bros can suck your dick for you. And I'll tell you one thing. Those boys are not going to be as good at it as I am. My mouth and tongue and jaw are super strong and powerful from fucking eating, you guys. Just ripping meat from ribs. That's how you can tell a lady's good at that. Watch her take down a half rack. Or pick a different restaurant. or day-old bagels and beef jerky. Oh my God, thank you so much. End of that joke, good. It's almost too sexy of a look at the end of the day. Yeah. Gotta be good with yourself, you know? I'm a single person, sorta. I kind of met someone. I met someone on OkCupid. Have you guys heard of OkCupid?
Yeah.
Some people have. For those of you who don't, OkCupid it's a great website to meet people that you've already slept with and just kind of check in and see with those people. And if you're a heterosexual lady dating in the Pacific Northwest, like I am, one thing you're gonna see a lot of is pictures of men with their shirts off in front of mountains and streams. And they're holding what?
Fish.
Dead fish. I don't know why. It's just the way men advertise themselves on the internet. Doesn't get me titillated excited. Because I'm not, you know, a bear. I don't give a shit about your fish. Right? But if I'm being honest with myself and you, I will send those dudes a message. And I'll tell you why. Halibut is like $45 a pound. Omega-3s keep all this shiny and healthy. Maybe we don't hit it off right away. Meanwhile, I'm stockpiling a freezer full of mackerel. I'm gonna eat all winter. That sounds like prostitution for fish, but it's not how I feel.